Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. We still have bitter cold temperatures here in northern Wisconsin. It's not nearly as cold as what like a normal cold stretch in northern Wisconsin is. I think today's high is supposed to be 4 above zero. Right now it's about 13 degrees here in my high tunnel. And tomorrow is supposed to be 12, and then the next day like 24, and then we get into the 30s. So then we have like a really warm stretch that we normally don't have this time of year. But I am down here working just for a little bit. I'm waiting for some customers to come and pick up some meat. And so I am going to take out, or I'm going to attempt to take out this trellis and these peas and this ground cover, at least get some of this done, because when it starts warming up next week, I want to get in here and start building some raised beds. There we go. Not bad for a few minutes work. My customers are here, so I have to go help them, and I will pick this back up in a little bit. All right, so Beck and I are headed to the lumberyard, and we are going to pick up some 2x6s and some spikes so that we have the lumber on hand for the raised bed. That way, when it starts warming up this weekend, we can start building them. What we got?
Holy cow! What are we doing with these?
Your dream is coming true.
Yes.
I just bought a case of the biggest nails they make.
Is it really?
That's a case of the biggest nails they make, yes.
Oh, nice. What are you doing with them?
Making raised beds.
Holy cow.
Those are those 2x6s. It is hard to believe that it is only 5 degrees out right now. The wind is really not blowing at all. It's very calm and quiet, minus the cows who are wanting a new hay bale. And so Owen and Beck are getting that done, but everything is just very calm and still, and the sun is out, and it is a beautiful winter day. Let's go in the high tunnel and see what we're working on and see what the plan is for these raised beds. I'm back in the high tunnel, and I'm going to show you kind of my theory behind this. Now, I have no clue if this is going to work, so I kind of went all in on this project. I see no reason why it won't. If it's not structurally stable, then I have, there's other ways that I can stabilize this, but I think this is going to work really well. So my plan is I'm going to take and cut a notch out of half of the end of each board that is wide enough to fit the notch of another board underneath it or above it. So in theory, let's say my hand is another board, it's going to come this way, and it's just going to sit kind of right under there. I'm going to take and drill a hole all the way down through the ends of both boards, and then take this big old stake and then pound this down into the ground. That is doing it that way, that I will be able to get the nail in there so that it's tight, but yet I'll be able to pull it out if I need to, when I want to. And because the spike is 12 inches and the boards are 5 3/4 or whatever a 2x6 is, that will give me enough stake going through to the ground that will hold it nice and tight to the ground and keep it from coming apart. It's getting a little warm in here. It almost hit 80, so I have the door open so it can cool off a little bit, and then that way I can hear better when the next customers come. But 61.2 in here. So I measured this, and this is half the depth of the 2x6, and it is the same thickness as the 2x6. So this little notch, if I cut out on this one, the opposite, so cut out this part, it should fit right on top of here coming this way. And on that joint, I'm gonna take and put this down and nail it down, and it'll go right down into the ground about, well, let me show you here. That is how big a 2x6 is, and this hangs out probably about 6.5, 7 inches below. So that'll go down into the ground to stabilize it and hold everything together. So I'm actually going to, I think I'm gonna make 16-foot beds, make them 2 foot by 16 foot for the tomatoes. That's what I'm testing this on. And I will do halfway down each 2x6, so about 4 feet down. I will put another one of these just for stability and to make sure that the sides don't bow out. And so I have a big old case of those right there, and I think that it'll hold everything together. And then when I go to take them up in the fall so I can spread out the compost, I can just pull these guys up and stack all the lumber and save it for next year. So that is the plan for right now. It is so dusty in here, and I didn't take allergy meds this morning, so I need to go up and take some. But I think tomorrow I'm going to start getting the rest of this cleaned up and getting that emptied, and then start building the beds. I think the plan for right now is that I'm going to do 16-foot beds. I have enough lumber here to do 4 16-foot beds, which is close to what I had last year for tomatoes. And I want to start just with one, obviously, see if it works, see how well it goes together, see how sturdy it is, and then from there I can add more if I want to. If I had 6 16-foot tomato beds, I would be super happy. I'm going to reuse the bed that's back there and put peppers in back there, but I'm going to do it more right in that area right there for the hot peppers. But if I can get the tomato beds laid out and figured out, that would feel amazing. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.